The Board of Registration of Architects and Quantity Surveyors, Boraqs, held a continuous professional development seminar, CPD, on 18th of May 2017 at the Safari Park Hotel in Nairobi. The seminar, whose theme was Quality Building Construction, Approval Systems and Material Testing, discussed several topics on development control and quality assurance in construction. In his keynote address, the chairman of Boraqs, architect Nathan Kureba, highlighted the significance of the theme in the building and construction industry.
The theme of this seminar, which is Quality Building Construction, Approval Systems and Materials Testing, is a very important aspect in the construction industry as it will address the issue of human safety, quality element, and most importantly, the quality of the environment and the various systems that we tend to mold. I consider it appropriate, considering the events that have taken place in this country in the recent past in regard to collapsing of buildings and degradation of the environment.
In addition, he spoke on the plans that Boraqs is undertaking to create a favorable working condition for its members.
The Board of Architects and Co-Surveyors is in place to serve all of us. We have therefore reached out to partnerships with our stakeholders, such as the Commission for Higher Education, CUE, to ensure that our training institutions will adhere to quality standards. You've seen the products from that, from the universities. County governments, such as Nairobi County, County, Kiambu County, to facilitate their approval processes, which we are today going to talk about. The National Construction Authority, to ensure that contractors work with registered professionals in the creation of the built environment. The Directorate of Immigration and Registration of Persons, to ensure that foreigners procure work permits that are commensurate with their respective classification as a way of maintaining standards in the practice. We have also partnered with the Office of the Attorney General, who is our Chief Legal Advisor, to facilitate prompt legal advice in matters of ethics and practice, in addition to ensuring that the provisions of CAR 525 are adhered to and interpreted appropriately.
He also highlighted the objectives that the board has achieved in the past in regard to improving the working conditions of registered architects and quantity surveyors.
This year, the board, through your participation and support, has achieved a lot in respect of objectives and strategies to ensure that it grows in the right path as we endeavor to serve you. We have developed and launched the training manuals for architects and co-surveyors. We have developed and launched the e-card together with the National Bank of Kenya for use as we drive towards automation of the board's activities. Specifically, this will ease the issues of payment to the board and the management of CPD points. It will also give us access to visa services, and will give us access to credit services from our partners, which we will eventually want to achieve and pass that benefit to ourselves. In this regard, we are presently upgrading our website to enable us to serve you better. The board, in partnership with the State Department of Public Works and the State Department of Housing and Urban Development, has established a Boraqs Training and Research Center, which is located in an industrial area, so that we are able to serve you in a manner that we can realize growth.
A panel group that comprised of planning officials from Kisumu, Kiambu, Kilifi and Nairobi counties discussed safeguarding quality of construction through approval process. Paul Wambua, the Kilifi County planner, highlighted the challenges faced in the development control process.
I've been worked in Bavoko, I've been worked in Mombasa, in the local authorities. When I compare where I'm working now, I'm finding the quality of work submitted to be low. You find that out of the 10 applications, it's only one which is coming from a reputable architect. There's poor enforcement when it comes to the implementations of these buildings. We don't have updated development plans to guide us. Like the fiscal plan act we have, it is still the one which was used in the former kama regime.
Planner Stephen Sule from Kisumu County highlighted the efforts that the county has embarked on to ensure favorable working conditions for professionals in the building and construction industry.
Kisumu was able to launch the e-construction permits in the year 2015. And why was this so? Initially, it was quite a challenge obtaining construction permit from Kisumu because it would take time. Many a times, the plans submitted would even disappear. And some would even take 2-3 years to get approval. So the system is designed that before then you log into the system, then you have to put your credential and your registration number, and then it opens up to you for then submission of your projects. In the year 2016, we were able again to launch e-construction payment now. So you can make your payment at the confines of your office. We intend to go to the next process where we'll now be submitting change of users and subdivisions. And this one, we've already signed a contract with the World Bank, and they are helping us design that system.
Quality assurance for building materials was also explored. Engineer Henry Obongo from the Kenya Bureau of Statistics spoke on implementation of quality on building materials.
What is it in quality assurance and quality control around concrete? Materials that you're going to use in that concrete. What is the quality of those materials? That concrete that we are going to produce must be designed. You can't just assume, let's put 136, 124. It has to be designed. And that design, we always forget, like we learned, that concrete must be batched or should be batched in weights, not volume. Basically, the idea is you know what you're doing during construction, during concrete. So basic things, but this is what makes the big difference between a big loss and a profit at the end of the day.
QS Moses Nyakiongora made the closing remarks on behalf of the Housing PS, Architect Aidah Munano. PS Aidah praised the appropriateness of the CPD in regard to the implementation of the new urban agenda.
The theme for this CPD seminar, quality building construction, approval systems and materials testing, is indeed appropriate as we get into the implementation of the new urban agenda. At this juncture, I wish to inform the professional that Kenya is ahead of the pack as we are the first to customize the agenda by developing a popular version which was launched by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya on the sidelines of the 26th session of the Governing Council of UN Habitat, a framework that will guide our country through sustainable path by the year 2030.
In addition, the PS highlighted the steps that the ministry has undertaken to encourage investment in the building and construction industry.
The Cabinet recently directed one-stop shop approval system to be operationalized in order to improve ease of doing business within the construction sector. Additionally, my State Department is working towards fast-tracking the enactment of the Building Environment Bill by Parliament. This will provide a great milestone and create sanity in the built environment. The built environment bill also provides the platform for revised building code. As you are all aware, the building code presently in use was enacted in the 1960s and is definitely no longer relevant in the present technological setup.
Dr. James Kimathi, the mentor of the 2016 candidates who sat for the Boraqs exams, discussed the essential factors to consider when developing a career.
When you are developing your career, there is a process. And I will again say, don't take shortcuts. Work hard at every job you get and give it your best. Don't despise your work or small jobs. They could produce bigger ones. Use your support system well. Your support system, number one, is your family. I might be specifically those who are married to your wife. Create team spirit at the office. Let every member feel that the farm equally belongs to them and they own it and are proud to be associated with it. I would like to say mediation is better than litigation. A court is not the best place for an architect. I want to tell you, if the clients know you are there, they will not come to you. So try mediation. I've tried it many times, but it has actually worked. Give back to the community. For example, you do not need to charge every work that you design. There is plenty of room for donating architectural services. Actually, personally, I have designed many churches who require my services. I have not been able to charge them. They have also supported me by prayer and many things when they are happy. So there is a lot you can do in terms of community work. We wish to recommend that apart from designing and supervising projects, architects need to publish their works. This, Mr. Chairman, ought to be mandatory. There are many interesting projects popping up everywhere in the city of Nairobi, but nobody has any idea what are their challenges and successes.
The graduation of the 2016 candidates marked the end of the seminar. BUILDesign magazine was the official media partner.